Your cereal box looks the same, it costs more, but here's the trick, you're not paying for more cereal. Walk down any grocery aisle right now and you'll see something odd. The packaging looks identical to what you bought 6 months ago. Same box, same brand, same shelf space, but the weight stamped on the back, it's smaller, and the price tag higher. This isn't inflation in the traditional sense, this is shrinkflation, and it's one of the most effective price hikes ever designed because most people never see it coming. So how does a company raise prices without customers noticing? The answer sits in the psychology of retail packaging. When a box shrinks by 15%, our eyes don't automatically register that loss. We see the familiar shape, the trusted brand logo, the same position on the shelf, and our brain shortcuts. That's the thing I always buy. We don't weigh the product in our hands. We don't do the math on cost per ounce. We grab and go. But here's where the forensic accounting gets interesting. Let's trace the actual money. A major food manufacturer, say a company making breakfast cereals, faces rising costs. Wheat prices spike. Labor goes up, shipping fuel doubles. The company has 3 choices: absorb the loss, raise the sticker price, or shrink the product. And here's the trick, only one of those choices keeps customers coming back. If they raise the price from $4 to $4.50, you notice. You might switch brands, you might buy the store brand instead. That's lost revenue. But if they keep the price at $4 and just put 10% less product inside, you probably don't notice. And if you do, the damage is already done, you've already bought it. This strategy exploded during the inflation waves of the early 2020s. Costs were genuinely rising, that part was real. But instead of passing those costs directly to consumers through price tags, manufacturers chose the invisible route. A yogurt container went from 24 ounces to 20 ounces. A bag of chips got thinner. A chocolate bar got narrower. The prices stayed roughly the same or climbed slowly, while the actual amount of product you took home dropped by 10 to 20%. Now, from the company's perspective, this makes perfect financial sense. Your cost per unit still rises, they can't escape that, but they can spread the pain. Instead of one dramatic price jump that triggers customer rebellion, they make dozens of small, invisible cuts. A little less peanut butter per jar, a slightly thinner slice of cheese per package. Each one alone is barely noticeable. Together, they add up to real savings. But here's where the consumer math actually breaks down. You think you're getting the same deal because the shelf price hasn't changed much. In reality, your cost per ounce, the actual unit price, has climbed substantially. A product that cost 8 cents per ounce might now cost 11 cents per ounce. You're paying nearly 40% more for the exact same thing, except you don't know it because the package looks the same. And here's the thing, shrinkflation isn't new. It's been happening for decades, especially during inflationary periods. But it accelerated dramatically around 2021 and 2022 when real input costs were genuinely spiking. Food manufacturers weren't lying about their costs going up. They were just choosing how to pass that increase along, and the invisible route proved far more effective at protecting their profit margins. So where does the money actually go? Some of it covers the real cost increases, that's legitimate. But a significant portion stays with the company as preserved profit. If a product's cost per unit rose 15%, but they only raised the sticker price 5% and shrunk the package 10%, they've essentially split the burden. Costs go up, prices go up slightly, but margins stay relatively stable. And here's the trick. The customer bears most of the actual cost increase, just spread across multiple invisible reductions. The retail stores know this is happening. They see the shrinkflation in their supply orders, but they rarely advertise it because it doesn't help them either. Their margins on these products are often fixed percentages, so when manufacturers shrink the product, the store's absolute dollar profit per unit actually goes down slightly. But they can't afford to lose the shelf space or the foot traffic these popular brands generate. What makes shrinkflation so effective as a price hike is that it exploits a quirk in how our brains process purchasing decisions. We're sensitive to price changes, we notice when a number goes up, but we're far less sensitive to quantity changes, especially when the packaging design stays the same. Manufacturers know this. They'll redesign a box to look full even though it holds less. They'll use thicker cardboard to maintain weight in your hand. They're literally engineering the illusion. The unit price label exists to help consumers see through this. That little sticker on the shelf that says 12 cents per ounce or $35 per pound, that's your window into the truth. It should theoretically prevent shrinkflation from working. But most shoppers don't look at it. We're in a hurry, we trust the brand, we grab and go, and the companies count on that. When shrinkflation eventually reverses, and it sometimes does when commodity prices fall, the packages don't always expand back to their original size. Companies are reluctant to shrink profits. So you end up paying the inflated price for the reduced quantity, and even when input costs normalize, the product never quite returns to its former value. The price hike was technically temporary, but the customer never fully recovers. Different product categories experience shrinkflation at different rates. Snack foods see it heavily: chips, cookies, candy bars, dairy products too, but it's everywhere: ice cream, coffee, pasta, even pet food. The pattern is consistent: the less transparent the unit measurement, the more aggressive the shrinkflation. A chocolate bar's ounces are obvious. A jar of sauce's exact contents are less so. And here's the trick: manufacturers exploit that gap ruthlessly. From a pure business standpoint, shrinkflation is genius. It allows companies to raise prices without triggering the psychological resistance that comes with seeing a higher number on the register. It protects profit margins during inflationary periods. It keeps customers loyal because they don't realize they're paying more. But from a consumer's perspective, it's a hidden tax on your grocery bill, one that's particularly effective because it's invisible. So where did that extra money actually go? For the manufacturer, it covered rising costs while maintaining profit margins. For the retailer, it meant slightly lower absolute dollars per unit. For you, it meant you paid more per ounce without consciously deciding to. The money flowed from your wallet to the company's balance sheet through a channel you never saw. That's shrinkflation, a price increase so subtle that most people never even realize they've been charged. The real answer to why your groceries cost more isn't just inflation, it's that companies found a way to raise prices without you noticing. And as long as most shoppers don't check the unit price label, as long as we buy on habit rather than calculation, shrinkflation will remain one of the most effective price hikes ever deployed. The package looks the same. You feel like you're paying the same, but the math tells a different story. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you want to see where your money actually goes in everyday purchases, subscribe. There's a new case every week. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.